Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU for Relentless Push East. So in the last episode we managed to beat up the Great Horde, paid off a little bit of a loan and started building a few buildings and dealt with a few rebels. So that's a pretty good spot for us at this moment. We've got a few years before we can go ahead and fight Novgorod again, but we do happen to have a claim or two against Kazan, and I'm thinking it's not the worst idea if we did try to take some of that. So we may work on that sometime soon. We could even go ahead and reclaim a core for Perm, which again, stronger vassals always helps us out. So I'm thinking that might be one of the things on today's agenda. But first, before we do that, we've got some technology to pick up and maybe even start coring some provinces. It all sort of depends on how we're going to handle things. Alright, so let's just see. We have our mercenaries at the moment making their way back down to where we've got some rebels going to fire. We've turned off all of our forts, I'm fairly certain. That should be good. Well, it looks like Austria has just embraced the Renaissance. Do we think that'll help us at all? You know what, that's a little far away. Maybe not for a while, but we'll see. Looks like we've got another Cossack aggression event. Looks like we can gain some loyalty. That'll decrease opinion of some, and we'll gain a CB on what's that? Oh, on the Great Horde. That's not the worst. Yeah, sure. This matter is beyond our control. It's really no matter here. I don't mind if they gain a little bit of happiness there. We're going to again want to try and see some land in a few years. So as long as they're happy, we should be able to make our way back there. It might take a little bit more time though with the Patriarchs. We did take an event and they did lose a fair bit of loyalty, but hopefully that should tick up relatively fast and we can still do that when we so desire. Alright, well, what have we got? Looks like we have some technology that we can pick up, so let's go ahead and do that straight away. That'll be our first idea group, which sounds fantastic. Get yearly corruption, extra production efficiency for 7 more years. That'll help our economy out very much. Alright, so that will do. Extra 2% production efficiency from that tech is also appreciated. And yeah, the next one is workshops, farms, and ramparts. Honestly, those workshops though, they're going to be what we really desire. But either way, let's go ahead and pick up our military idea. We did talk about in the last one that we were thinking of going military, and since we are Russia, I was kind of leaning towards quantity ideas, just to really double down on the amount of ridiculous manpower we will have. Yeah, realistically, an extra little bit is not going to go astray. It should pair well with a couple of other things potentially in the future. We've got potential options for, what is this? Like if we went for diplomatic ideas, we could get some extra diplo rep and a land force limit modifier. Trade ideas will give us better goods produced. Administrative ideas, manpower recovery speed, and land maintenance modifier. It's got a whole stack of good stuff. So this first one there, extra 33% manpower national modifier, and then some extra manpower recovery speed, both of which I think would be rather nice. So let's go ahead and take those. We can pick that up in January. Okay, so that's only a couple of months. That's not too bad. Again, an increased total manpower pool will give us more per month, which is just fantastic. These guys, let's go ahead and get them doing the good old rebel suppression. That will do. And what else do we want? You know what? Got a little bit of unrest for our friends up there. Let's go ahead and include them just to see that they have an easier time than not. But since our rebel factions are so low, I think we're going to go ahead and decrease how much we're spending. First of all, let's check our corruption. We have a grand total of 0.2. Okay, well, let's go ahead and cut that down just a little bit. I don't care if it takes us a while. Right now we're trying to save money, so that's more important. Let's then go ahead and cut down and save... What's that, 2 ducats a month? I think that's reasonable. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Just that. That'll be very nice. So let's see. We've renewed another bank loan. No surprises there. Inflation is going up, unfortunately, but again, it's still within, what should we call it, reasonable levels. It's not too bad yet. But let's go ahead and start investing some of our money, though, now that we are making money. We have possible taxation there with 0.13 per month. That's not bad. That could be good. Or trade-wise, we could go for Nizhny Novgorod. And I'm thinking that that is probably our next best option. We know that there is a center of trade there. So again, that'll really help us out with our trade power. So let's go ahead and take that. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, national manpower is now up to 23. Oh, well, sorry, is at 23,000, almost 24, gaining almost 250 per month, and no men are falling to attrition. Oh, and we've lost our general. That is sad. Well, you know what? I'm thinking what we should do is let's go ahead and recruit our ruler. Sure, let's see what's going on there. Who knows? That might be good for us. 2421. You know what? That's decent shock. And then what about our heir? Oh, well, yeah, stand corrected. That's not too bad either. A 3511. That's not bad at all. A little bit of extra siege is nice, but that shock damage is just fantastic early on. Yeah, that will be quite nice. Alright, but either way, we'll not put them on any of our groups at this moment. No armies really need the leader, and I'd rather not lose any extra stability if we can avoid it. Alright, but speaking of things, stability and whatnot, that's going to cost us administrative power we don't currently have. I'm thinking we may try and go and start coring up some of this land. I'm not sure which one's better at this stage. This would cost us 119. But is that a... Oh no, that's just a decently developed province. Okay, so a 553 versus... Was it a... Yeah, 333. Interesting. Well, now we'll leave it for now. That should be fine. We are improving with some of our subjects as well. Again, we do need to annex them at some point, but we will see. It looks like they are... Oh, come to the aid of the Polish conquest of Crimea. They have declared war with Crimea and Kazan. Oh, I guess I took a little bit too long on fighting these guys. Okay, you know what? Let's see if the AI will give us any provinces of interest. We'll, yeah, we'll basically take everything that borders and then see what they do there. Realistically, I don't think we really need to fight too much. Yeah, we're not going to lose the prestige or the alliance. Let's go ahead and accept. So much for making money. But you know what? Let's go ahead and turn off that fort back over here. Same with over there, both of which won't be that important. You know what? I don't see them making their way up here either. Let's turn that off. And we'll leave these two forts and our capital. Okay, so how much are we hemorrhaging now? Almost 1.5 ducats per month. Actually, no, that was before we upped our... Actually, you know what we should do? Maybe we go for war taxes. Yeah, land maintenance modifier. Mercenary maintenance. 15%, that's not bad. That's a ducat and a half. I think this might actually be worthwhile. Yeah, I know we want to get the extra... Yeah, we wanted the extra, what is it? Idea, but at the same time too, it's not going to slow us down by that much. And if it saves us some money and avoids us going into debt, that is going to be far, far better for us. Alright, so it looks like they've got a fair few troops. Let's go ahead and... I don't know, they're going to have to work on that siege. I think we just play defensively here. Yeah, we'll have our subjects, they can go ahead and attack as much as they want. But right now, I think we'll try and preserve a little bit of our manpower. Maybe take the fort. Which one is... Yeah, we need one of these provinces. Yeah, that fort there would be rather good. In fact, that's the one that we truly wanted to take. But I guess any of them will technically finish our agenda. So, yeah, we'll leave that be. Let's go ahead and maybe scare them off. Let's send our 15,000 troops up over here. 12,000 troops can march over there. We will finish with the rebel suppression. And you know what, mercenaries? You can go along and join them too. Yeah. Alright, that might tick up a little bit, but that's okay. We have some government powers at the moment which we might be able to use to reduce some of the likelihood of trouble. Alright, yeah. Some casualties to attrition. Never fantastic, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and start working on... Yeah, first things first. That'll have to suffice. And we'll see if we can catch them out. Alright, spare no expense, gain 50 depot power and some inflation or use caution. I think we go ahead and embrace the inflation right now. Yeah, an extra half, but for that extra 50 depot, that is very nice. We are lagging behind on... What is it? Yeah, we're lagging behind on this tech. This now gives us technology in 2 years instead of about 4, I think it was. So yeah, that will be very nice. Let's go ahead and 15,000. Let's go. Let's march our way up over there. The 12,000 we can march over here. Yeah, let's get our mercenaries in that front line. We can catch them out on a friendly fort. That would be nice. Oh, and these guys are about to land in a week. Okay, we need to backtrack. All right, let's go. Now what's fort level is that? Level 3. You know what? Let's send our mercenaries over there. They can work with that for now. Everybody else, I think we're going to go ahead and regroup, and we're just going to start stacking on them if we can. Let's turn this fort back on, just so we're not losing any forts unnecessarily. Yeah, let's make sure they have a slight garrison. Yeah, looks like they're going to try some shenanigans. Alright, let's go. We can invest in a new idea. Let's go ahead and pick this up. This will give us extra innovativeness, which is nice. So clearly we are the first person to get that. That is excellent. They shall fear us. That is good. Also works us towards some extra taxes. I guess money at this stage is rather nice. Let's go march on over. Let's... Oh, and we paused the wrong day. If we had finished the day before, we could have got a little bit of a garrison growing. But oh well. Such things cannot be helped. Alright, so it looks like they're trying to stack up on a defensive fort, which is kind of ideal. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and put our... Let's put our air on this siege. Yeah, there's not a huge chance of us losing our king in battle. I don't think it's terrible, especially not with these numbers. I think what we're going to do is, yeah, put him in charge of a single battle. That'll help us out. Alright, looks like patriarchs might lose more authority. That's not good. Or losing more loyalty. You know what? We'll lose the prestige. We can get this back in the war. Yeah, let's go ahead and accept that. That'll also help swing the estates slightly further back into our favor yet again. Yeah, up to 39%. Yeah, that is much, much nicer. Alright, let's see. Stop where you are. Let's go ahead and put our leader in charge. I believe we have a force... sorry, not a force limit, but a combat width of about 22. Yep, that's still there. Let's go ahead and create a new unit. Let's break off a couple of troops. Make sure we have a full front line. You guys can go ahead and march on in, and in a couple of days we will follow right behind. Oh, but before that, we also have a government reform. Anything really good here? Tier 2 noble privileges. Let's see. National manpower modifier. That's not bad. Taxes could also be nice. Castle rights, fort maintenance goes down. Yeah, that's not the most important. and then some stability cost and legitimacy. I think we may as well double down on our manpower right about now. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kick that up yet again. Extra influence is not fantastic for the boys, but I'm sure there's worse things that we will have to navigate. So let's go ahead and do that. So now our grand total of manpower is now up to 32,000. That's impressive. All right, so let's see. You guys are arriving on the 23rd. You guys would arrive on the 24th. Let's give it a couple of days. 28th, you arrive on the 23rd. Yep, that seems about good enough. We'll get that little bit of reinforcement in there. And then, let's see, what else could we do? Not much, and it looks like we're about to take another loan. No, that's not ideal. Losing 6 ducats a month? Oh, heck. Yeah. These mercenaries were nice, but we may need to get rid of them sooner than later. Yeah, I'm not sure we can really afford. We really need to get a little bit of a war chest up and running. Also, too, let's go ahead and recall these diplomats. Being at 200 relation is as good as we need. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, we got a leader trait for our ruler. Morale damage received minus 10%. That is nice. Oh, and I think, yeah, that was a stack wipe. Fantastic. That is just phenomenal. But first, let's go ahead and make sure that we send a spy over there. If we can improve our siege ability, that would be good. And then you all. Let's just split that down into more reasonable numbers. We'll send you over to... Actually, hang on a second. How many troops have they got? They have 0 troops. Well. Alright, well, we don't have to worry about anything. Let's go ahead and we'll send you back over here. We'll get... Oh, wait a second. That was the right button. We'll send one of you over here. The other guys, we can send you over there. We can now go ahead and turn off all of our forts, because again, you can't siege a fort without men, and you have none. Let's see. Money-wise, how close does that take us? Minus 5.4. Still not enough. Could we possibly cut this down to a point where we're not losing money? That will stop us from taking a loan. Low maintenance isn't fantastic, but again, we don't really need a whole stack of morale. It's not like they're going to be spawning any troops anytime soon. Yeah, they do have 18,000 manpower in reserves, but if our people can just siege them down as quick as anything, there's not going to be too much for them to do in this war. Yeah, so let's make sure that we don't take out that extra loan. I'd really rather not have to deal with that right about now. Looks like informed that people are accepting offers from free cities. Okay. Well, not really something we're concerned about at this stage, but you never know. Hopefully Perm can take this land, because again, if we can hand that off to them, that would be ideal. Looks like some rebels are being dealt with by the Great Horde. Yes, that's right. Fight all of those rebels and make sure that they stay nice and weak. The rebels are going to try and stack some of their men. Okay, I think these guys are going to be very well beaten up by the time we get around to them. That'll be fantastic. But we still have a free diplomat, so I'm thinking... Yeah, they're going to keep on sieging until they take that land. So the wars, we basically have to take this fort before then if we're to get any of the things that we so desire. Yeah, I think it's just going to be what it is. Everyone else is sieging. I don't really care about that. We're not taking any attrition, which is good, so our manpower is being preserved. Alright, all things are looking up, even if they're not fantastic. Although, what have we got going on here? It looks like there were some rebels. Ah, right. Yes, if we had full army maintenance, they would probably disappear. That's not bad. Same with about this. I think we might go ahead and maybe, I don't know, wait till this is a little bit higher. I believe our... Yeah. What is that? Oprachenga? That'll drop things by 20. So yeah, we'll try and get as much value out of that as possible. Not the end of the world if we use it sooner than later, but, you know, may as well try and be as efficient as we can be. Alright, and it looks like, yeah, we're practically sieging these guys down. There's nothing much else that they can do. They have next to no troops. Yeah, they only have a single regiment. Yeah, we are hopefully going to make a little bit of money this time round. Alright, so let's see what's happened. Siege of Kazan is over, thank you kindly. Ooh, gain army professionalism but lose money. Not a huge fan of that. Lose prestige, but they gain a whole stack of devastation, or we lose professionalism, lose prestige, but gain a whole stack of money and military power. Well, you know what? I don't think I really care if they dislike us. Extra money means we can spend that to our economy. A little bit of prestige. There's going to be worse things for us. We are working on mil tech power, but again, let's just double check. How's our professionalism? Oh, 0%. Well then, sure, we can lose 5. That is a-okay to me. Let's go ahead and continue our buildings. We're not going to go ahead and spend any more on marketplaces. I think we're fine as that stands. Let's go for taxation, and we'll work with, yeah, whatever's the highest. That'll have to be good. Alright, so that'll work out well. You guys have been sacked. There is some money worth here, but I think we'll try and take money from elsewhere. Again, we don't really want to be sacking and devastating land that could potentially be ours. Yeah, I'd rather just loot everything else and try and make some good money there. But you know what? Let's go ahead and yeah, let's crush that little two stack there. Oh, sorry, I misspoke. It's a 3 stack. Let's go ahead and beat them up. Get a little bit of extra war participation. Especially good if they go for money. We should get a little bit more because of that. That'll do well. Come on, take care of them too. And we have, yeah, we are taking control of stuff. That is all nice. Stack wipe. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna sit down and loot this province for everything that it's possibly got. Ooh, 9 ducats worth. That ain't bad. Yeah, absolutely, that'll do nicely. Alright, so, effective war. Unfortunate that we didn't get to declare this before they did. We were thinking about doing that, but, you know, it is what it is. What is this? Question of rights. Might lose a claim on Belaruso. You know what? I don't think that's a real problem for us. Yeah, we're going to be able to core it in anyway, so let's just go ahead and renounce the claim and core. That'll become ours once again in the future nonetheless, so as well make them happy, not have to worry about that. Alright, another loan renewal. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We'll stay here. Who is sieging this down in particular? Looks like it's possibly Perm. Oh, and completed an estate agenda. Fantastic. So, I'm guessing they've just pieced out the war. Yep, there we go. And they have accepted peace with the former enemies. We gained, it cost them 20 Diplo, costs us 57. What? Okay, well that's uncool, but alright. Let's see, we'll take a little bit of aggressive expansion, a little bit of prestige. That's fine. We've gained favors. I suppose that's nice. And we took their nice province. Ooh, yes, that is fantastic. Alright, so we should probably see about coring some stuff. Yep, and we're done with Crimea. Yep, alright, so that's good. Let's get you guys over to there for now. Let's see, what can we core? 120 for Ryazan. I guess that's probably the best one for us. Although, hang on a second, that's a fair bit of overextension. But realistically, that's far cheaper. Huh. I think we go ahead and make that a core. Yeah, we can get more caught up more quickly than going for that. So yeah, let's go ahead and what else? We can do these other two as well. Alright, so Ryzen's not going to get called for a little bit longer, but that's okay. Making good progress on everything else. We completed the agenda as well, which is quite nice. So now that's made people relatively happy. I think that was the Cossacks. Alright, and now in, what's this, another year we can revoke some land, and we will no longer... What? That's so much for getting to 30%. Alright, you know what, maybe we might have to do a dev click or two to make that work. Alright, so let's see. We've got rebels rising up. That's a bit of an issue, but again, nothing too severe. Patriarch loyalty can be increased and tolerance of the true faith as well. Ooh. Extra missionary strength? We don't really want to lose loyalty right now. You know what? We'll go ahead and attempt to root out this synchronism and see about that. Alright, so that is all well and good. That now means, yeah, as soon as we can revoke the land, and we should be in a pretty good spot. Let's also go ahead and turn off that fort right now. We have mercenaries sitting on top, so we don't have to worry about that. These guys are getting ready to fire, but again, we will use our government abilities in a little bit. Also, would love to get us an extra stability. I don't like being in the negative. Yeah, that hurts our spy detection, unrest, interest per annum. Yeah, yearly legitimacy, and we lose caravan power. Yeah, we definitely need to stab up at some point. In fact, how much would that cost us? 127. Okay, so if we can get rid of our overextension, that'll bring it down to 100. And if we could do something to our religious unity, that would also help us out. Alright, so let's see. Religious... Ooh, nope, nothing's changing there anytime soon. That's gonna take some time. Alright. We'll leave it be. Alright. Alright, so what have we got as far as disputed successions? Anhalt, Albania, or Burgundy? Don't see that changing much. What about Burgundy? We did try and improve some relations there. Doesn't look like that's going to ever swing in our favor. We could try and... royal marriage isn't completely out of the options. Yeah, if we could just fix up that neutral attitude, that would be particularly good. You know what? Let's go ahead and try and improve relations again with them. That should be fine. We also have power projection that's fairly low. Get that over 50, that would be nice. We need... What is this? Insulted arrival. We don't really have too many rivals, and the only choice is Poland, and I kind of don't want to upset them just yet. That would be kind of disappointing. You know what we could do, though? I think we got some claims. Let's see if we could ask them for money. Yeah, so what is this? No diplomats spend... Oh, sorry, to send, and they are currently at war. Huh. Yeah, I reckon we could go ahead and ask for some money. Maybe we use our favors for that instead. Yeah, you know what? That's probably not a bad idea. And then that could also help us in the future. Because that will mean that when we do break the alliance with them, we'll have at least fleeced them for all that they're worth. Alright, but either way, we need... one in this area. And it also must be either Orthodox or Muscovite culture. Okay, and then we get a claim on all the rest of the steps. Okay, so still have to deal with that. Still have to deal with Novgorod. Yeah, integrating all of that. Gain some permanent claims on some of the... Oh, Lithuania region. Yeah, that'll definitely cost us an alliance there. I think that's the case. Let's go ahead and recall that diplomat. We don't really need the spy network against these guys. But since we have it, we may as well try and gain a claim. So in a couple of days... Let's see. Fabricate claim. 20. Oh, I thought we had more than that. Alright, well either way. That's fine. Let's go ahead and ask these guys for money. Where is it? Favors for trust. They're just at war. That's so annoying. Who are you fighting? The Teutonic Order. Oh no, Danzig. Okay. But you know what? That should be a fairly short-lived war. I'm not too concerned about that. But you know what? Yeah, if we can get the money from them, we get that next mission, we get all those claims, and we go to war with Lithuania, we might be able to, yeah, we might be able to reduce their power early enough that they're not too ridiculously powered. But to do so, I feel like having an ally or two wouldn't be the worst idea either. So let's go ahead and bring up our diplomacy tab. Offer alliances. Okay, so who could we choose from? Well, we could work with Sweden. Okay, so I'm guessing they're now free. That wouldn't be the worst. They're not too far away either. Go with Brandenburg, but again, I don't think that's necessarily the best idea. Teutonic Order. Alright, so I think our money's either on Sweden or Brandenburg. England's not really going to be able to help us in any war. Not for some time anyway. Maybe if we're fighting over towards the west of Europe, but at this point that's the wrong direction for our main goal. So let's have a look. Brandenburg, you guys have 8,000 troops. It's not amazing. Sweden, you have, you know what, that's considerably more. And you're allied to England, who we're never going to have too much of trouble with for quite some time. You know what, yeah, let's go ahead and make these guys our friends. That should be fine. Their enemies are the Livonian Order, Bohemia, and Novgorod. Well, we're beating up their enemy anyway, so who knows, maybe they'll want to join on in. Okay, let's offer that alliance. Would have been nice to try and maybe go ahead and get the Burgundy situation sorted out, but unfortunately, I think it just is what it is. Alright, so again, we'll just keep a careful note over there for when that war finishes, and we'll try and ask for some money. But at least, now we're making a good couple of ducats per month. That is not bad at all. Alright, let's go ahead and speed things up yet again. Going to be at least a couple of months before we can call the last of this. What else could we do? Yeah, we're not able to do anything here. We need... You know what? Maybe we try and make this a state. Once we core it. Yeah, that might be the way that we need to go ahead and start converting. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to convert it very easily, but we could pass an extra missionary strength in the area. We might also be able to... What else could we do? I don't know. I'm sure there's something for us. Alright, let's see. How many favors per month we get? Quarter of one. Let's go ahead and we'll curry some favors there. See if we can use some extra diplomacy there. Try and get them to fight Novgorod for us. Use up their manpower. Again, they can't take any land, so that is a safe request. If not, we'll just go for money. Yeah, all in all, I think we're doing not too bad. But you know what? I think we're going to have to come back with this in the next one. Yeah, at least we went ahead and we've picked up our quantity ideas. We've made a little bit of progress with our... estate agendas, getting a little bit of extra things here and there, and yeah, we're slowly ramping up in power. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.